Anyway. It's probably 4 years, something like that. Since 17, since completing, and practice, and
Member Bannon, absent. Delaney. She is here, right? Oh, she's not, okay. Herman.
Here.
Waterman Copa. Hanout. Fenster. Walker. Tori.
Here.
Rico.
Here.
Beck. And Gary Plumbo.
Here instead of Mr. Quinn.
resolution.
Who motion?
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Those. We just have increase of our biddies. 5 times 290 increase, but we need sign commit. The certificate.
Thank you.
Right?
Yes, I am. Larry Federici with NAS signs, energy signs. The east and west wall signs were proposed last week, and we were to choose the colored or the white version. And I understand there's an issue with the width.
No, that is a temporary sign.
Right. That's coming down. That's right. So we had.
It's this
It's
one on
correct.
the Cubic side. It's just, that's the architect's part of the building. This looks a little massive. It's a lot bigger than that one there. And I'm not saying you're totally limited to their sign, but this is pretty big.
So what I understand after speaking with Carolyn, I did, and I asked, made a mistake. We spoke of being vertical last time, similar to the ground sign. Canal, the logo, canal, bank underneath, vertical. And that right now, the words on this are 7.6 feet wide. So what would you think if we put the bank, we made a vertical, put the bank, the word bank under the canal, and centered it, so therefore you'd be under 5 feet in width. Logo itself is 28 by 28. We could shrink everything down, but I will tell you that we purchased the letters already. So that's why I'm hoping that we can make it vertical.
So Larry can show you.
Sure.
So this was this is Google Earth from
Okay.
when it designs us. So if you look at it, the actual lines of this space right here is how big this sign is.
Right.
So if these letters are purchased, can we get rid of this and do vertical canal right into this area?
I'm sorry, we said if we do what?
So if
This is vertical.
if you've already gotten the ladders, can we put like canal, bank, one on top of the other, so line 1, line 2, and get rid of this and place it about there. And now,
I will, we can decide them, I will add, I want to
Touch
do
your
it
line.
with the client, that's their logo. So I spoke with him knowing that we were a bit oversized, Scott is that you might have to downsize this.
Yeah, I mean-
He said, well, if you shrink everything proportionally, you can do that. So,
In height, we're like twice the size is what it was.
Mhm.
I mean, you talk about centering and all that, but like literally this is the size was before, including the logo. Yep. And you can just go, you just type in the address and then, you can show them the Bank of America sign.
It will actually come up with your.
Oh, yeah, you just look, so up here, if you just go on Google, you type in the address, and then you can like move it around to where you want. And then up here, it says see latest
Oh,
date,
okay,
so
okay.
that's the latest date, but or
Okay.
see more dates. And then you pick something with the Bank of America sign there, and then you go there.
This is good.
Yeah, if you want to just take a picture there too, you want to back it out, and you can see like where the lines came across.
So you would like to reiterate, to make sure we're on the same page, you would like, if we use the same size letters, the vertical without the logo.
Well, because that's the size as a group
Right.
based on what has been in the store.
Right. If the bank really does want their logo on it, which honestly I anticipate that's gonna be the case.
Okay.
We shrink it down, make it vertical, to approximately, we get these letters in, leave a foot on each side to fit your box, with the relative size to what the previous Bank of America logo is.
Yeah, or you kind of take that square footage and say, this is the real estate you have. You should use, bank with a smaller logo.
Right.
Or you can stack them with the logo next to it, or just like, this is the amount of real estate you kind of have. Like, what can you do within this area? And it doesn't mean you have to make everything solid white in that area. I mean, Bank of America has a lot of workspace on either side of the building.
So if tomorrow we send you an email, a drawing with everything shrunk down within that relative space, no matter what it is, really, but however we approach it, whether Canal Bank logo and Canal Bank or whatnot, that would suffice. Is that correct?
That would satisfy me.
Yeah, this is the size, it's a size. Now, I did have a question. This is the other, sign. Is that identical
We
size?
would do the same thing.
I know, but did you already order that?
We did order that.
No, well, I'm just thinking, if you only order one, you can do that. Because I don't have a big problem with it.
That's right.
I don't know what other people think,
I think the consensus in the email was going to be great in every way.
but the way. Well, and I think for your client, it shows you also have it.
It does. I agree.
You just try it for your client.
I agree. And they were completely open to the one. They were.
Is there a size, you say make it smaller? Is there a dimension there? 'Cause if you approve it with a dimension, then all they have to do is show Carol and Mark they meet that maximum dimension. They don't have to.
The bricks, I do have the size of the bricks in the file. And I believe they're 2 1/8 high. I do not recall the width of them. But I could certainly scale down once I know that. I would maybe use that size.
Well, then we can just tell them how many they're talking.
There you go.
Oh,
And that'll-
Something that's measurable, and
right,
then
okay.
the board doesn't need to be, the committee doesn't need to be involved in an email decision.
Which we would have to ratify.
The approval with a maximum dimension that Mark can then apply to aside from the same stuff. Okay.
brick sign.
It's actually, so it's 9 bricks for the words and the logo. But I think, yes, the word could be in there. Okay. Yeah. So the total economy would be 12 from the very point of it. What look too big if it's completely filled. For the time that this, right? Like that. It would be helpful to know that we keep the vertical nature of the sign versus
We will make it.
Well, if the vertical would be if you're keeping the letter we've already ordered. And we have the option to if you just shrink the letter down to the size.
this is the one, right? For the reverse. Line 1, line 2,
Right.
so it's basically one block of like, which if it was this big,
You want your logo above the back,
That typically.
the logo is first, to make it the wall, but then you want your above that, wherever you want.
that logo looks to be I think what's disproportionate is a white logo. I can't tell how big it is.
The logo is 9 bricks high, 8 by 28.
To be about 10 on the other side, so it's between 9 and 10 but high.
Yeah, I'm actually counting 11. So in the top, there's a gap in the logo. Just in the top.
One makes more sense because the bricks, I know I 2.1 meters.
It's 11.
11, 10, 11.
11.
And then if you do, yeah.
2.5 more inches per brick and wood. So that makes more sense. So the logo would be 11 bricks high.
And the word is just the four that's high right now, plus like at least the more between the two, about 9.5. That's why, so then the logo is bigger, it would be a block, it would be a bigger logo than block. Of letters. The logo would be a bigger block than the block letter.
Right, if we did not downsize the logo.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna try, I've gotta talk to the bank, make sure,
Yeah,
because we can
whatever
certainly
they
do it
want.
with just a canal back. And fit. Get the board happy.
Did you already order the logo as well?
Probably, but that doesn't have to be cut, but the letters are ordered cut.
So why don't we say that if you use what you've already purchased from the canal bank and that's the everything wants to go, then the sign would be 9.5 high. bricks high, yeah.
Is it in the letter?
Would you say that, would you say the letters are 5 bricks high?
Or
The 5 times with a space, so you're at least 5. I think they're 9.5, because you have a space, vertical space between the bottom of canal.
yeah, the letters inside. The actual letters. are the
Oh,
letters.
okay.
Equals 5 bricks.
The actual letters are 11 inches high.
If you have I didn't know we had the dimensions of the letters. If we have the dimensions, why are we
Counting bricks.
counting bricks? I
Yeah,
guess I missed something.
So.
Are you supposed to scale them? Because this is sitting at 11.5 inches thick. The letters, are depicted,
It's not the
taller
scale.
than that.
Because it can't be 11.5
Right.
inches, because it's a brick. If you only. What?
So 11 inches equals 5 bricks.
So,
But go with the smidgen
20
more.
by 20, so the logo is like more than 2 feet by 2 feet. And we've got 11, about a foot by 92 inches.
5 inches between the logo and the top.
And I think that's it. The sign is, is 7.5 feet by close to 5 feet tall. 7 by 5, I think that's the bottom.
No, that's the problem. So what is
So
the
this-
dimension?
So this, he has this, we don't have this.
Yeah, that's why I'm just wondering if this is actually not accurately depicting the size, because like if those letters are 11 inches, and this is saying this distance between that letter and the side of the window there is 11.5 inches. Those two things don't compute.
The logo and the letters, the logo, the 28 plus 5 plus 11 is 42, so that's roughly 3.6 feet. From the bottom of the letter to the top of the letter. So 3.5 by 7.6 is the total square. And that's real. I'll show you what she drew up, but that's the Bank of America logo over this, so I'd like to see what we can do to fit basically within that.
But there was a logo in blue. So you see the logo on I think we believe that you're willing to
toggle between color and no color, because usually you want to do that.
But you're right, it does stand out with contrast with the white. And Paul and I both think it's great white.
Well, this looks better with the great contrast.
Exactly. Oh, if we have to do it, it's not a big deal, you know.
But I don't know about other people, I'm okay with the water to hang on a nice wall, but other people, it's much long.
And if we made that vertical, like the other side, it would just be a little bigger, and it wouldn't appear as big because you're right, you've got a huge house. Against the wall. Is it food for the other food?
So right now, what is the width for 7?
7.6, 94.
Existing kind of making it like, there's a 9 foot wide. Well, this is all filled in. It's gonna look very different than this. But I think we did the letters, and then as well size for the letters we do it. We can do that.
So, then you have the same idea of canal bank being stacked without a logo?
I will contemplate it. That honestly, they
They might
have
want-
I mean, he might say, just shrink everything down, you want our logo and the story, if he says that, that's what we do. If you would like to just have a canal bank, we'll do that.
So one option is just using the letters you've already ordered and just stacking them.
Right.
You know, thing.
Just without the logo, canal bank, that's it. If you want to change. And I think that'll add it on. It's only 4 by 2. Less than 50. But even if we shrink the logo, we're still going to be vertical. We're not going to be canal bank, it's going to be the logo is canal bank.
You
Step.
said the existing bricks are 2
I,
inch, so they're about 2.
2.5, that's with more, when you divide the,
I think that's what we're seeing a difference in here versus the drawing and the section and what's on, what was on the building. Because what's on the building originally, it was about 3 bricks high, which would make it, 7 max for these letters, but then these ones are 11. So that already, and these are blocks, so it's already taking up more real estate. So, yeah.
Well, if you shrink them down, wouldn't you rather just sit there all in a row, canal bank, to stack?
if
You do that?
we can make it fit, yes.
Yeah, if you're shrinking, that's what I'm
Also,
saying.
but again, on the ground sign, it's logo, it's vertical. So, So
Oh,
the ground sign
Oh, I
is
see.
a step. So I know they're okay with that.
Oh, okay.
They've used the logo like that, but whatever we need to do to. move this along, we'll make it work.
Hold on, yeah, why don't we,
Whatever the HBC decides, we'll run.
well, if I only just give you the dimensions and you can decide the stack.
We will, that's exactly what we'll do. We'll give the customer a couple drawings and customer's always right.
They're bad.
Yeah, right.
Not putting anything on the Main Street side of it.
We're putting, not just the top side, the north, that was already approved last.
Oh, the thing way at the top.
Overhead, yep. That'll be installed in the. Got a DOT working on that. That's-
Okay.
It's out, the sign's almost done.
Okay. All right.
But it's close.
Isn't it on like a 4 inch or something?
Not frame, right, it's not a frame.
It looks better.
Oh, yeah, good.
I'm trying to figure out how big the door. How big is it now? So it's 11 inches by the whole word is how long? So each letter, 11 inches wide.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
What's the dimension that's proposed?
As proposed, the 11 inch side, I do not have the width, the width of the.
No, I'm just trying to give a dimension to them, and if they want to scale it down, then they know where they're starting in inches.
Wide. The word canal, it's 11 inches tall, it's inside one house.
Thereabouts. The bank, the word bank would be about 4.
Proportional, that's better.
11 and a half.
Well, again, if with the drawing that I have with the old size, the old logo. Now the bricks make it fit, then we'll give you dimensions. We will make it work somehow.
So on this drawing, it says 11 and a half inches, I think that's what it says. So each. You got your nail bank at 92 inches, and then you've got, it says a dimension from the edge of the building to the sign, and then the sign to the first window framing at 11 and a half inches. So that's about 2 feet of brick space on each side, plus the 92. So you're at 9.5 feet-ish, so 94 inches from the window frame all the way into the edge of the building. But your dimensions and your dimensions are equal. bricks are 2.5 by 9. I'll do that. And that's 20 inches on the Bank of America sign on each side, and you've only got 11.5. Just looking at the Bank of America sign that it was, there's 20 inches of buffer height. 2 and, a few bricks. 18 inches there, plus a couple of inches there. Not 11.5. That should be 20. 20 on the other side, but that's 9 feet 6 inches. Seventy-four inches, no, 92. Of London, plus 3, so that's 14 inches too high.
You compare yours to yours, it's going to come,
Yeah, real big deal.
not the way.
So if you look at like, if you boxed off in the box, it would be about 74 inches and a nice 14. And this entire thing has to be like 30. So 28, 25, 11.
To see that, because of it.
What's proposed, image in front of you is 11 inches by 92 wide with the letters running horizontal.
Yeah.
92 is 7.5 feet. And if you take it apart, it's more like 4 feet and 3 feet.
Yeah, because you
You
want.
stack them.
Without space, you need space.
It's 7.1 square feet, the letters, and the logo is 5.4 square feet.
You're saying the one who did exactly where it was, and you go down, it has to fit into a 74 inch wide box, 530 inches tall. If you're about the same dimension.
30 inches high by 74 wide.
Right.
We shrink it out.
I'm saying it all.
Okay.
That's no logo.
That's includes logo, spacing, everything. You have to fit in that box. Assuming those bricks are 2.5 by 9.
That's pretty close.
Could you repeat those numbers for us?
30 inches wide. No, 74 inches wide by 30 inches tall. Every single thing you have to fit in that box.
Thank you.
And that's if the bricks were all,
If the bricks are 9 feet long, 9 inches wide.
The client can decide whether they want to stack their, put it right.
So if we, now we have, if we start the logo, what if we stack it, and would it be acceptable if the client did not care for the logo? Or is that okay with- I don't expect that, but I just wanted to run by.
So if they want to stack it and you're going to stay in 30 inches by 74 inch box, then they would have to logo.
Right,
Right.
right, so it needs to, but, so that's my limitation, very high. I mean, what if I went 74, or I went 74 high, good luck, We're shrinking everything down.
Because he cannot, his canal word is 4.5 feet wide, and he's only got, if he flips the dimensions, he's only got 30. So he's producing the other anyway.
Of the second, yeah,
Not going to take up all that width.
Without the logo,
without the,
Without
without
the
the
it
logo.
would work, but if they do want the
Okay.
logo, we again.
Okay.
But I get to reiterate, I could switch that 30 high by 74 wide to 74 tall by 30 wide. If I stack it with the logo and shrink it down, because I would have to.
Yeah. So that's gonna be the line.
Right now, this is 12 foot. So we're talking almost 3 times that depth. So we're talking something from here all the way up there. Well, they can have logo and letters in there if they just shrink it all down. Right.
Yeah.
Or they could stack it without the logo.
Yeah, I just think maybe kind of going more vertical and horizontal here, but it's kind of,
I mean, the issue is those letters are 6 inches tall, the big B in the I. These are 11 inches. It's a big difference. I mean, the effect, you're like, oh yeah, no problem, this is a no-brainer, done. Everyone was absolutely fine with this, and then it got to be super soft.
So if you take 70% of the height of what currently is 44, most take 70% of 30, that's your 30 inches in and 30 point. So if you took the width, again, that should be roughly the same. And you change 0.7 is 64. Okay, we're getting
I mean, they had a similar situation with their logo, right? It's a diamond instead of a square, so the proportions are almost there, it's a little sloppier, but the proportions are almost there to give you the same effects that the previous sign allowed.
maybe if I were your marketing company, you know, you have 4 signs going up. And none of them, if it's gonna be road here, and you have side by side here. Right? Then, I don't know, it looks like, I don't know if you have a bunch of doors and you know, right, so it's long. And now you have another, what I'm just saying, you have 4 different buildings. What did you think? But that's a reverse, right, you're color on one.
Right.
I'm
Well-
you're marketing people, I go, "Ooh," you know, but you're trying to accommodate what you can, so I don't know if you can change this. I don't know, I'm just looking, pointing that out. Consistency, other than the words themselves.
So I would like, if possible, to have the option to again use have the same square footage, just 30 high by 74 wide. To flip that. Because it's the same square footage.
It's true, but it looks among the screen. It looks like a menu board. Williamsville.
So if I go vertical, I have to go smaller, what's? Maybe, say, 15.4
Your application says logo is 5.4 square feet. Letters are 7, so it's about 7.1, so you're 12 and a half square feet is proposed.
I just shrunk it, I took the 30 inches high by 74 wide to get that square footage, and that's 15. 30 times 74 inches is 2,220 divided by 144 here, 15.42 square feet. So that's what I would want to have access to. By 15 plus square feet on that wall to do with whatever the plan agrees to.
Well, unfortunately, this is not planning board, where it's just, here's a square footage, abide by it. It's historic preservation commission, this is a landmark, and we've been talking about for a couple of meetings now, you know, taking certain lines across in the building to make a signage area. And it wasn't negotiated to have a vertical sign in that space, because the commission thought that a more horizontal sign in the same location as where previously then would be the appropriate place for the sign. I understand what you're saying, but I think this building signage is being looked at differently because it's a local landmark. If you were the planning board, I'm not sure you'd be allowed all of the signs, because we are on a corner, but you're asking for 3 wall signs, right? And then you're asking for a 9 sign too. And then you've got the additional signage on the building for like wayfinding signs for turns or crossing ahead. You've got ATM boxes and deposit boxes and stuff like that. So I think the board is trying to work with the client to negotiate the appropriate looking signage for this building, and also accommodating the quantity of signage they're requesting. But if you're in the current planning board, you'd be asking for waivers or going to vote you did because of the amount.
I'm not gonna go to people that think we would be allowed all this, don't, we've
Well,
gone.
you're not allowed to all signs.
But if, then please give me a dimension of width to height.
30 inches high by 74 wide.
Okay, if I go vertical, what are
30
the
inches wide by 74.
So I can do that.
Yeah, 30 inches,
Living it.
30 inches high by 74.
Okay,
Like
so,
that's pretty good. Located.
but if
in
I
the
want to
same
go,
line.
excuse me, if I wanna go vertical, how high can I go? If you're gonna shrink that down 30 to 20, I honestly don't care, we'll make it work.
No matter what, in my opinion, it's 30 inches wide, 74 inches wide by 30 high. They can do whatever they want to in that real estate. Centered in the space that we talked about before, the same line. So they're looking at that pilaster cap, decorative Corinthian style flat pilaster on the building, and they're bringing that line across the same way that the Bank of America did, and they're ending before the pilaster on the side is in segments. They're ending above that. So you're taking the same area as previously used for signage and saying you gotta go 20 inches from each side of that and center it. So that is the box, that is the list.
Alright,
That's my opinion. I want to do it.
We're really only concerned, this is a big issue. The other, we'll discuss the other one in a second, but I don't think it's that long. But it says this is the historic part of the building, and each time, that was the appropriate size, kind of its building.
Right. there wouldn't benefit signs on this caught at all, right? So historically, this has been what is deemed appropriate, and I think it's going to still working what we put it like that, and if you kind of replicate that signage area and kind of comparison.
So I'm okay, 30 inches high, 74 wide. So that's for the east wall. If you want the west wall, or do we need to do anything different with that? Or are we able to?
Whatever people think, I don't really, I'm not too concerned with whatever you wanna do. If you already got the letters, you know, then just use the same.
Ultimately, because we do, I would replicate the sign type that's on the east wall, right? Using the existing pre-purchase, the letters that we have. So that it would be bigger if the board, the committee approves it. If not, we'll shrink it down and do the exact same thing on the other one.
Both to the Sue said, having things consistent.
Well, maybe that's a question for your client.
Right.
You know, this is, I don't know, I personally don't have a problem with this brick wall. That's just, it's not, that's not too
I think there's a
historic.
tree height in it, I don't know.
Actually, there is, it's tough, that's
I
why,
don't think it's necessary. Because you've got a lot of signs, but it's a lot of signs, way more than anyone.
there's the parking lot sign, the ground sign, and there's the sign on the back,
Like,
on the left wall.
you're trying to have three wall signs and the buildings are three. It's a lot, and there's a tree hiding it, and it's just, there's never been signage on this wall. And frankly, the Native Americans are there for what, 20 years?
The union is very quickly saying down.
And that's the,
No, but you can put it, but I wouldn't be.
I know, and when I thought we were gonna keep that sign, so let's keep that sign, because the tree is in the way, I know that.
So, does it make sense to even put it on?
The client doesn't.
This is pretty crazy to me.
Well, and I think that's a valid concern, because the trees, if you know where the way is in our debt, I know there was some discussion because of that last minute landing with DOT.
I don't know if they're up and down Main Street. My guess is that's in the right away, but I don't know. But I don't know that. Well, yeah, or.
Aside from not being able to see the sign from the particular angle when the tree's in full bloom, it's a tree. It's gonna stay, right? We're not proposing to eliminate the tree.
Correct, but there's nothing in our code that goes back to your old sign. You can't see the sign in your code if it's. So if we allow a sign, and your client is like, well, trees in the way, Johnny Appleseed, there it goes.
Oh,
Now you can see the sign.
Zeppel will, that is Zeppel's property. They're not gonna do that to you. To the village. That's not our call, but I know that the developer chopping a tree down, would be asking forgiveness for jail.
Let's move on to the other.
Well, Well, sir, on this, we keep it the same size. If that's easiest, let's do it.
I didn't see anyone. I mean, look at these drawings, these drawings. Putting the sign where
Trees
the,
gonna be there.
where your company sign is.
Personally, if it was my bank, that's what I would do. But we had, this is where the placement was always. So I'm okay with moving it into the center, more center, because you have not mistaken, there's some, I think the parking, the handicap parking. That we block them off. But there's, but it would be more visible.
They want to do it. Okay, well, the fine one.
Well, we're gonna buy new letters, so that's it.
Well, I mean,
No, no, but this was saying that this side, you know, those letters,
not objecting to the size,
we're
we're
not
not
affecting the side. On this side, on the brick side.
Okay, so we're not able to keep the west side as proposed in the.
Well, let's talk about the ground sign first. I may not be doing it at all, and I don't think that,
Well,
I think you have to have a super
Well, we're
facility
gonna talk about
for that to pass.
Okay,
So let's talk about the other one first. Yes. So materials, we talked about that last time, with high density building,
Two layers, 2.5 inch layers.
so 3 inch total, high density building.
It does have a frame in the middle, so it's actually 5 inches wide. It's not back to back. We found out that there's the pole that we're taking down tomorrow is mounted to a plate in the flower. So we're gonna mount the center, we're gonna come down the center of the sign and mount to that 4 inch plate. We're building that, but it's still gonna have the 2 inch in frame.
How old is it?
The
To the second bathroom? You want to do the second? Oh, wait, wait, wait.
And this is red. I haven't changed it, I noticed that since yet. The aluminum. This is red. It's solid.
Okay, so the cabinet.
Pretty much,
It's not illuminated.
correct.
It's just sitting on the plan.
It's flush with it, it's resting on a pole, again,
Here it is.
So it goes there like a gap down in the top of it.
Minuscule, but it's
I
under your
don't think that
direction.
that's exactly what.
Flush with it.
Can be a new plan there?
Well, that's a good one.
No, so that isn't three floors. Okay. So then you're not allowed to change
No. The whole time.
When did we receive this?
So what are your thoughts on the ground thing?
It's really big.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's strange. I know people like full sign,
It looks really weird, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I need to say it, it's like flush with trees. It seems to sort of float around.
okay.
Well, we were under the direction of the, not mistaken. We were on direction, I think, to make a white with blue and back and flush with that.
the road to the top is 3 feet. That's like a fence for like a corner project, right? I mean, this is one building. It's really good.
So say Larry, you can just trim it down to, right now it's 6 foot tall from the top of the planter and 5 foot wide. Then make it-
You know, like, they're like parking. This is parking. You know, it's like, there's like parking,
Well-
swimming pool.
No, it's not.
Oh,
But the bank wants, when you pull it up, because when you're driving west, if you don't see the wall sign,
yeah.
then you can't see the top sign because it's
It's not.
22 feet in the air. And then, okay, there's my, that's why it's a bit. That's where, you know, that is. And if you're, so, and it's always, when you're on Main Street, you're like, where am I turning, right? It's just always so
Okay,
busy.
so they see that and say, oh, it's cool.
Exactly. It's a directional sign.
Okay, got it.
Right, so this is this kind of side view. So this is down the street. This bottom part would be like up. And then have something like that, which is like 2 by 4, where this is 5 by 6. Total, this is 30 square feet, right? Yeah, 30 square feet. 30 square. And then this is 1 feet. And then you go down to 1
And then let's say,
Yeah, you prefer it to that way.
Well, like something like about that size.
About 8 foot.
That one is the cross with the peak there, that's more than 2, but like it's not 100 foot around it. But I think that's about 2 by 4. So if that seems to be more the size of the religious ground signs that are, for one property.
Because the planter's 15 plus feet wide.
Right.
So
Man, you got-
that,
you got 3. You got a couple of them, you got 3 of them. In fact, take out one.
And that's why- it's a matter of scale. If you put a short sign in there,
You don't need to compound the bad things on the site. So just because the planter is huge enough, and it has plans on there to do something to, or hold it to, doesn't mean we need to compound that with a very large oversized. I don't think this sign is gonna save that parking lot, the way it looks. You take out a curb cut, you get rid of those planters, you get rid of the bollards, get some striping in that parking lot that's approved. There's a lot
oh, you're
of
right,
stuff
it's a
going on.
mess.
There's a lot of stuff going on there that needs improvement. So, there isn't even vegetation in that. That's the one that's somehow missing vegetation. And the other two have vegetation, and it's a planter, so it's supposed to have vegetation. So, I mean, the height, no, those bollards are because somebody's hitting those planters. Right, but it was a poor decision at the time to pursue general
if I may be so blunt, may I have 2 extra square feet? I'm just thinking about scale. If you put an 8 square foot sign on that planter, it might look, we can try it, we can look. But if enough, a few extra square feet helps to make it more balanced, that's my only concern. Honestly, it doesn't matter what size it is. I just want, Paul's all about making it look good. He wants everything to look wow. Right? I mean, we want, Paul's the only order of anything. Also, he was on the cell phone.
Of the bank?
No,
Of your.
yeah, he was on the phone.
Got it.
So we just want it to look good and balanced. So I can try for 8 square feet. Do I have the leeway to go to 10 if need be?
So like. How many do you
But it's either, it would, if it's right now, if we did go horizontal, probably wouldn't go horizontal. We'll have to play around with it. But, you know, it would just add another half foot, or we'll make it 5 by 2, however it works to get the logo. Because right now, it's a 30 square feet. So you're eliminating 2/3. Or the 2/3.
even like 3 by 5 and put the sign in half, like lower. I mean, that would basically be that, it would be the now bank portion of it, and then it would basically be that. Still huge, but.
Yeah.
But,
You're saying we
you would just, I don't know, they would have this real estate, you would have.
Okay. So basically, yeah, decide.
Right. 3 by 5. More than one, yeah.
You're wonderful.
Look at that, yours is more than- What they need so much more. The question I have, and I wasn't here last time, and I think I saw it in this, but why are we in reverse? Why can't the background be moved and the white, just like it's the real
I honestly don't recall. I think white shows up better. If it's on a blue background,
If you look at the church, it's on a blue, and you look at the nest that is on it, I mean, what it happens to do here, but
but again, you're driving. And when you're driving, the white is going to appear. If you look at signage on dark signs don't look good in general. This is almost a waypoint, right? You're driving, the white catches your eye better than.
well, you'll catch the name on the wall, and then you get to its name on it. So,
But
but look at this sign, right? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Or- Yeah, it's a-
also be
I know we've got, it said, you have a wall sign, right, and then you have a sign above the windows in the front, just, you'll see three signs. And
No, I'm sorry, but no, you won't. You're driving. This is, you're, I mean, people are so, they're watching traffic, these people, everybody's on their phone, and a sign that's at eye level is going to catch your attention, especially if it's white versus dark color. Just my opinion.
So this sign is for the traffic, and I definitely do not think that west side.
Well, but the traffic oncoming is not going to. Kind of, parallel to the car, we're driving up
Yeah, if you're driving eastbound, you're right. You know, you see some of this way, you see some space.
when it's previously we were, we banked, we were block kind of structure. Or,
Oh, really?
yeah, and it got being banked, so that was sort of stuck out.
You can't do that anymore.
Um,
It's a right away. That's in the right away, but when you're in front of the building, I'm using the DOT and I'm talking about getting up walk along with the chip. It's only going up 2 inches, so it's not a concern. But if it's in the right way, within the state, it's a big deal. So if I understand correctly, we shrink the ground sign to 15 square feet or less.
5 feet wide.
So let's start with the sign on the, yeah, that's the sign on the,
I don't know where we left off last time, but the blue, black, yeah, there's one. But I didn't have to put one,
It should be in there.
I can't find, not being mess with stuff.
I have them if you want 'em.
This was the door vinyl from the ATM, which is not the bank in that.
I thought it was in minutes. I put the.
I think those one matched.
Oh, yeah, they're in here.
Do you want to do north side? Or see the blue door vinyl? Do you want to do option things for each now? D1I, crossing title, so those are the ones that work.
Thank you.
So I will make a motion. To approve wall sign for 5529 North Bend. Depicted on V1-J. For the following modifications. Then we go through around the east wall of the building. Seventy-four inch wide by 30 inch wide rectangle. That rectangle is to be mounted with 20 inches of brick space on either side from north wall. 1 inches and from the edge of sign to the beginning of the first window. And is to be placed in the city location as the Bank of America sign that is on the facade. At least 20 feet. The top of that rectangle will be located at the center point of the green and white handle on the pilasters of the window. The all white version is used. And the applicant will reconfigure the text and logo to fit within that 30 by 74.
And material, yes, they did.
They're white PVC. Five.
Does that sound okay? All understood?
Yes, I think 3/4 inch thick, we spoke of 3/4 to 1 inch, since we're going smaller, we put 3/4.
So amending our resolution that the letters are to be 3/4 inch of white PVC. That's all I got.
We're gonna do that, but you might want to.
You could white
And second.
We want to just say, the letter will say, bank with the logo or. The fine lots or are
We
we?
did. So said they could go.
Oh, in the box, okay, perfect. Right, and then we'll say, now bank, just goes down one road. As long as they connect up, yeah.
So I said text Andover and text or text.
Okay, I'll second.
All in favor?
So that was VI-J, I'm going to do the section that we marked up for the exhibit as well as the, photograph that we marked up.
Let's move to the parking lot side. Do you okay? We didn't talk much about it. That was that.
Well, maybe we should just,
West,
does this motion have the support of, is someone going to make a motion? For approval?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll make a motion, guys.
Well, is someone gonna second the motion? Should we do that? Yeah. Okay, so there's gonna be a motion, a second, and I'm gonna vote against it, so it's gonna fail. So let's, I guess, go through it, and then, so someone will do it.
Yep. I will make a motion to approve the sign as submitted on the west wall. Here's the number here.
Yeah, so it's gonna be D1, okay.
D1K. The sign would be white, would be the same materials as in the east wall. And, the sign would be, the same size as the submitted, so that would make it larger than in the sign of the east wall. There's promotion,
But there are no dimensions.
there are in the application. The dimensions are, the logo is 28 by 28 inches. The letters are 11 inches by 92 inches.
Oh, okay, so that is
The west
for.
wall.
D1J and then D1.
Yeah, well, have you indicated, I don't see on this thing where roads position is there. Oh, okay, 11, okay. So that, will be 11 and a half inches from the edge of the pole.
No, these
Four
ones,
north,
that's good.
Is it a second?
any more discussion? All in favor?
For the reason of that this facade historically has not had a business and information sign. That the landscape tree, shielding some of the view of the parking lot would be blocking the sign. And I feel for our design standards that three wall sign on the side of the building is seems kind of pretty too So that's what we're gonna do.
I understand your opinion. Previous meeting, both the east and west wall were approved pending color choice.
But, I
You made what your change to that.
originally not proposing these signs.
Yeah, that was approved last month.
Correct. But it's been in, this has been sold for over many months. Originally, we did not ask for that sign. This board recommended signing that location. It did not mean let this keep adding signs on the building. So now you have a Main Street sign and you have a Huntington Street sign, which is, it's a corner building, because there's a wall sign on each facade. This is a perfect. So if you're in the planning board, you want a three wall sign, you be allowed. And it's on a curtain, it's not on a corner. So in a code, if you're looking at codes for, how to build and think about signage, it says you can have a sign on, if it's a corner building on those facades. So this is a completely different facade, it's just related to what Okay, sure, of course. Did you have to go, I can understand. You have to go-
My mom is 80 years old. She's driving and she sees, okay, I parked in the bank, I'm going to the bank, I parked it. I'm getting on the car, where do I go? She looks up at the west wall sign and sees the Outbank logo, that's where I'm going.
Go back and forth. Historically, this design is not had a sign on the building. Go back here for 100 plus years, I think. So, that's kind of
Our population is really back and forth. But
I'm populated with young people, so.
but again, I'm questioning why, and when you said you didn't have a good sign. All this information was available last month when it was all approved, except for the ground sign. Said, okay, do the ground sign, but the other two are gonna be emailed with approval, we're just gonna meet with, choose a color, and it's all set. And now you're
what we
taking this.
advised, what we advised was the size of the previous bank used. The sign is code, and why it couldn't be done prior to this and even vote was a lot bigger than what was previously used. So now that has been rectified and receiving the scale down to that size. And at the last meeting, we were given a Main Street sign, which was never proposed. So in my mind, I think that this property has been given the signage that they originally requested. They originally requested 2 wall signs. Then because this board said historically there was a sign on Main Street, it suddenly went to 3 plus the ground sign, plus the way sign. So just because it was done out of sequence and things were approved and then taken back so that other signs could get there, did not mean that the application went from 2 to 3 as of right. Do they not want to do the Main Street sign?
Most of
I'm a parking lot,
After all, we were gonna-
the
Full sign.
the full sign, and I don't want to get into like, brown, like, well, no, now you're thinking from and I don't know.
I'm not gonna give you, and I'm not gonna answer that question. I mean, yeah, you can't be arbitrary with people. I'm not here to sit here and tell you what, if that decision is arbitrary capricious or not. I mean, if they believe it is, they can bring a lawsuit,
They really
and I'll have to defend it.
I denied my vote.
One of the things that we have one of the things that is,
You've got 4, you need 4 votes.
Yeah.
That's what it is, it's why it's a problem,
Yeah.
when you only have 4 people.
Right.
meeting.
Nothing else that you guys want to work.
No,
Yeah.
you're in Article 78.
Mhm.
Just don't understand that. Taking a little time, because it was approved before. I can't answer for them,
It was approved, but then the Main Street sign was not approved.
because the Main Street sign the Main Street is being installed, it's been approved.
It has been approved, but when they were proposing these signs on the west and the east side, they were never proposing Main Street.
It was all done last month.
We've been here for multiple months. This was not done all last month.
I understand that, but last month, everything was approved, with the east and west were verbally approved. The north face and the parking lot, the exit, and the vinyl was approved. And the ground sign was to be submitted as new today.
That was my recollection.
These signs came in, all of them, way bigger than expected. It was, you asked for a certain size for ground sign, we're getting even bigger. It was, what was agreed upon last month was at a much, much smaller scale for everything. So if you wanna go back to what was agreed for last month, then nothing was approved for the ground sign, and you can take that down further. I think this has been negotiated back and forth before.
And we've negotiated, we've shrunk our east and west tremendously. We've shrunk the parking lot size tremendously. We've given up an awful lot, and to take away a sign, again, when you're in that parking lot, where's the bank?
Right, but we've already talked about it being hidden behind the tree.
Not if you're in the
Here's
parking lot.
problem. I mean, like, this is what was submitted, right? This is not actually what you're seeing. There's a tree.
The tree, when it's in bloom, here's the tree, here's the building, you're driving east on Main, the tree could indeed affect that corner. But if you're in the parking lot, like my old mom, my senior mom, now she just sits on. Really does.
So the signs for people already in the parking lot,
That's what I'm saying. Again, what building am I going to?
there's only that building behind this gigantic house.
And the tree is in bloom. 4 months out of the year. I just don't like that we're going back.
Or 8 or 9 months out of the year. And it's,
I can't answer for what's the better. Well, that's what it, but.
You know, if there was a full sign permitted, then I would say, then no, you just can't build it. Because the full signs are facing traffic. But since it isn't,
it's not that it's not permitted, it's that it felt it was, the commission talked about whether it was appropriate to have a full sign in this location for this historic building.
oh,
Most municipalities are limited to full signs. They're right now, so.
One or the other. Full sign or a ground sign.
Right. Ground sign,
Several codes.
and ground signs typically need flowers, need a planter around.
As will this one.
Yes. The ground sign.
Which is ground sign. And you sign for that as well. Um. Maybe those medium of the motion, you know, somebody would do. Okay, so we have the proposed ground sign, we put out. And right now, we're gonna say yes. I put one on, somebody. And then, as you do this, well, sorry, the east side, the space can be utilized, very well, fire plant, whether it be the area, and then the area has family. White background, 15 hours.
That's what we do.
Pardon?
That
Frame?
If you back to the sign.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Mom, go this way. Anyway.
She passed it already.
Oh,
She had
I'm
Alzheimer's.
sorry. Mom, don't go that